Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rikah Kadash. Yahweh in the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah in the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, we talking about the light to the Gentile. And these Gentiles, these heathen, they want to turn this into something that the Lord is bringing for them, for their benefit. You see, now, light is always a benefit, but this is not that type of light that's totally beneficial. See, some light is not going to be beneficial for some people. You see, when you put the light on wickedness, see, you can shine the light. What the police do when they pop up on the scene? They might pop up in the dark while somebody trying to steal, and they gonna shine the light on them. You see, shine the light on the wickedness that they doing. Hey, you doing this wickedness, I'm gonna shine the light on you. What you doing back here behind this building trying to steal these people's stuff? You see? So this is what these verses was talking about, but let's get into them and let them speak for themselves. Now the first one is in Isaiah 42. Isaiah 42. Isaiah 42, starting at verse 1. Behold, my servant whom I upheld, my elect. So now it's talking about his elect. His elect is going to be his servant. He elected servants to bring that light to the Gentiles. See, he elected a group of men to bring the light to the Gentiles. It says, in whom my soul delighteth. So this person who is going to be his elect, the Lord's soul is going to delight in this person. See, they're not going to be doing wickedness. They're not going to be a hypocrite. You see, he's going to delight in this person. It says, I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. See, this is a part of that light, that judgment. Now let me get verse 3 of the same verse. It's in Isaiah 42, verse 3. It say, a bruised reed he shall not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. So now this light and this judgment is talking about the truth. See, his elect, his chosen men and servants that he delighted in, they was going to bring forth truth. Okay? Okay. Let me get Isaiah 49. Isaiah 49, starting at verse 6. It says, and he saith, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel. See, that was going to be the purpose, the main purpose of these elect servants that was going to bring the light to the Gentiles. See, first they was going to go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's pertaining to Matthew 15:24. It says, and he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserve of Israel. Now that preserve goes into the elect, the remnant. See, he reserved a remnant. That's what Apostle Paul was talking about in Romans 11. He said it was 7,000 men that he reserved. Let me go to that. Romans 11 verse 4. He said, but what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. And not the modern Baal is the so-called white man. See, the Edomites, according to the Bible. This is who he reserved. Look at verse 5. He say, even so, then at this present time also there is a remnant according to election of grace. So that remnant is that preserved body. That the preserved servants that he's going to use to raise up the tribes of Jacob. Raise up the preserved, the elect of Israel. It goes on to say, back to Isaiah 49, starting at verse 6, when I'm going to say the second sentence in verse 6. He say, I will also give you for a light to the Gentiles. So it was going to be, he was going to get the lost sheep, the elect of the remnant of Israel, to be his servants, to raise up the tribes, and he was going to get them to do another job. What was the other job going to be? He said, I will also give you for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mightest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Now those Gentiles not only was going to be the lost sheep, see, because when he raising up these tribes, they was going to be living among the Gentiles. See, they was going to be amongst all nations. That's why they say unto the ends of the earth, because it was going to be Gentiles all over the earth. Now, while he's giving this light, which is Yahushua, once he's giving this light to the Gentiles, the prophets is going to be doing something else. Let me go ahead and get that real quick. Jeremiah 28, starting at verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So now you have the prophets, not only is they bringing light, judgment, and truth to the scattered Israelites living as Gentiles, they're going to bring that to the natural Gentiles who not Israelites. But see, that judgment is the key, and that truth is the key. The judgment is saying that the Lord is against them. See, he say, against many countries. See, he's going to prophesy against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, meaning war and destruction is coming. Judgment is coming. Now let's give an example of how he gonna prophesy against kingdoms or countries and great kingdoms. Ezekiel chapter 35, starting at verse 2. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Now let's see who Mount Seir is. Who is he talking about, Mount Seir? Let's see, 36. Genesis 36. Who is this Mount Seir that he's telling Ezekiel to prophesy against? It says, Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwell Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. See, Mount Seir is a representation of the Edomites, the Esau Edom, the so-called white man. See, so not only is he saying, you're going to go prophesy to the Israelites and raise up the tribes of Jacob and the lost sheep of the house of Israel who think they Gentiles. You're going to go to the natural Gentile, the natural heathen, and tell them their judgment. Okay, prophesy against them, telling them how they're going to be judged. Now, when you go into Isaiah 34, Isaiah 34. Let me start at verse 2. It says, this Isaiah 34 verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Okay, now he's saying armies and he's saying nations. See, he's saying all nations. So he's letting it be known, all the heathen, he has an indignation to all the heathen. Not just one group, but it's one group that got all the military bases. See, it's one group of the heathen, a family of the heathen that got all the military bases. So when you go into who have the military bases on earth, you see, for the naysayers of who is Esau, Edom, and Mount Seir, it says when you go on the ask the question on Google and you say, how many military bases does America have? Then you're going to see who is this leader of the Gentiles. Who is he talking to? Because all nations don't have major militaries, major armies. See, it's one nation that has more armies than everybody else. And then he gonna identify when he get to verse 5. It's Isaiah 34, verse 5. I do not own the music in the background. I repeat, I do not own the copyright to any music in the background. Now Isaiah 34, starting at verse 5, it says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment." You see, that's why in Isaiah 42 it was talking about being a light. Let's go back. I don't want to butcher the scripture. Isaiah 42, verse 3. I'm going to just get straight to the point. He say, "He shall bring forth judgment unto truth." See, that was that light. That light was going to be about judgment. Look at verse 1 again. He said, "I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles." You see, the thing was about judgment. That was that light. That's a part of that light he was bringing to the Gentiles. That light was going to be judgment. That's why he identified who got all these militaries and who got all these armies. He identified these individuals. Salakia. It says, "For my sword." Now that sword is talking about judgment. So you bring out that sword to bring out major judgment on an individual. In the context of the verse, it's talking about judgment. "For my sword or my judgment shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea." See, that judgment was not talking about people just gonna give them light. No, the light was gonna expose something. See, the light was gonna reveal something. The light was gonna bring a revelation. Then when you get to verse 6, it get into some detail. Not only Idumea, look at verse 6. See, Idumea goes for all of the nation of Edom. Because you can, some translations got Edom there. So that's for all the Edomites. But see, this sword and this judgment is going to be narrowed down and focused on the armies. See, the nation of the Edomites who have the armies, or the place that's controlling the army. This Isaiah 34 and 6. "The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lamb and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah." See, that Bozrah stands for America. See, the Pentagon and the American industrial complex. Military, how do you call it? The military industrial complex. See, everything that they got, their military bases. The Pentagon say that they got up to 5,000 military bases, and with 600 to 700 outside of the country. So they are those armies. They controlling the military power. Okay, and it separated them from the rest of the Edomites when it said, "For the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So he was bringing the prophets to also bring light to the judgment that was written. See? Now, let's see here. Let's go back to this light. Look at Isaiah 60. Starting at verse 3, it says, "And the Gentiles shall come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising." So that's what it say. It's gonna the nobles is gonna be paying attention. These elites, these elite rulers in high places, these elite people with power. It says, this is Isaiah 60 and 3. "And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of your rising." Now, that Gentiles goes into the natural heathen and the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because those who were scattered in the diaspora, they are those Gentiles that's going to get the light that they're Israelites. That's what the light going to do for them. See, Yahweh was going to shine that light, and the Israelites who didn't know they was Israelites, they was going to see. See, then, okay, I'm an Israelite because I'm fitting the curses put on the Israelites, so I'm an Israelite. Then you got the ones that's non-Israelite. Oh, I'm not an Israelite, so I'm going to get the judgment that comes to the so-called Gentiles. Now let me get that in what is it? Let's see here. Oh, Isaiah. You right here already. Isaiah 14 and 21. See, this is what when the light was shining on these Gentiles, this is what they gonna see when Yahweh shine his light. 14:21, it say, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities." So now he's letting it be known, if you're a Gentile, if you're not an Israelite, you're gonna have to pay for the sins of your fathers. See, the Lord is against you. See, it's your turn to feel the wrath of God. It's your turn to feel the judgment of the Most High. See, and that goes into Jeremiah 25, where he say, and Amos, the first chapter, where the Gentiles is not going to go unpunished. See, they're not going to go unpunished to what they did to the Israelites. That's what the vengeance was all about. They're not going to go unpunished to what they did to Yahweh. See, and after Yahweh died or was killed by the Roman Edomites, the rest of the Israelites, they were strung up on torture stakes and set on fire. So it's revenge all around. So that's what that light was going to do. We got another one, Luke 2 and 32. It says, "A light to lighten the Gentiles and the glory of thy people Israel." You see, he put it all in the same sentence, just like he did in Isaiah 60 and 3, just like he did in Isaiah 49 and 6. He told you the same thing. He said it's going to be a light unto the Gentiles, and it's going to be a light unto the Israelites. See, he gonna shine the light on everything. Because let's go back up in Isaiah 60, verse 2. It says, and this the reason why he's shining this light on everybody. He say, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So this is how this is why this light needed to be shined on the Gentiles and the lost Israelites who didn't see and know that they was Israelites. Okay, because darkness was put on the earth. Now let's get that in Isaiah 25. Isaiah 25 and 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. See, that's what these other heathens and these Gentiles did. See, they hid the truth and they spread it lies upon all the nations. So now all the nations is in darkness. See, they don't know the truth. They don't know the judgments that's coming. They don't know who the judgment is coming to. See, because it's great darkness on the earth. And it says, he will destroy in this mountain. See, that mountain stands for kingdom. See, let's go ahead and get it. Jeremiah 51 and 25. It says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. See, that mountain is really talking about Mount Seir. See, Mount Seir pertaining to what? Ezekiel 35 and 2. Mount Seir stands for the kingdom of the Edomites. This is where their land was located, and this represents their kingdom. So when he says, verse 25, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, says the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. See, a mountain can't destroy the earth. Only a kingdom can destroy the earth. A nation. See, that's why he say he's going to prophesy against countries and against great kingdoms. It says, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and will roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. Now when he say roll thee down for the rocks, them rocks can stand for the hills and the mountains, meaning other nations. Because this one nation that's destroying all nations, see, they coming out and letting it be known that this nation with all the military power, they doing all the destruction. They invading all the people countries and doing all the rape, robbing, and stealing and pillaging people country, which is Babylon the Great America. This is that main kingdom that it's talking about. But it said, I will roll thee down from the rocks. That's meaning your allies is not going to hold you up no more. See, that's what a rock do, hold you up into high esteem. But now, when he roll you down from the rocks, now they not going to carry you. And these other nations is carrying these Babylon the Great America. Let's get that in Revelation 17 and 18. It says, verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city. See, that great city is America. It said, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. See, the kings of the earth is these other allies of America. See, these other nations that's under America that's teaming up with America, with their NATO and the EU. You see, that's their allies. But he said he's gonna roll them down from the rocks and make them a burnt mountain. That's what, let's go back. Jump up to verse 16 and show how he gonna make them a burnt mountain when he rolled them down from the rocks. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. See, them 10 horns is talking about them rocks that he's sitting up, that's holding him up. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. So now, this is the beast. These are the beasts that's holding up America. It says, these shall hate the whore. See, that's how he's making them roll down from the rocks. Because now the rocks is finna hate this whore, this burnt mountain. I mean, this destroying mountain. It's finna hate this destroying mountain and roll it down. Make it a burnt mountain. How is it gonna make it a burnt mountain? It says, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. See, not only is he gonna make them turn against America, this destroying mountain, he's gonna burn America with fire. See, this is the judgment that the Most High is shining light on by using his son Yahushua to be that light to the Gentiles. Because most of the Israelites in the modern day, they didn't know they was Israelites, and they was Gentiles, living as Gentiles. Let's get that. I think it's in Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 2. Ephesians chapter 2, it say, wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh. See, most of the modern day Israelites, we was living as Gentiles. We was doing as the other nations was doing, not knowing that we was Israelites. It say, who are called uncircumcised by that which is called the circumcised. Now, that's what the Jews, the so-called Jews, was calling the other nations, the other tribes, and they was calling the other Israelites that were living outside of this Jerusalem, not following the laws that was in Jerusalem. They was calling them uncircumcised just because they knew they didn't go through the go through the rituals that the law required of them to go through as an Israelite. Mainly the circumcision on the 8th day. Okay, verse 12. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 12. That at that time ye were without a Mashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel. How was they being aliens from the commonwealth? They was being foreigners. See, that alien goes into foreigner. They was being a foreigner to the commonwealth. They didn't live in the land of Judah. Well, they get a portion of land due to their forefather being in that land. They didn't live in the land of Benjamin, where they get a portion of land. And that land was commonwealth. See, you had a father, it was common that you inherited your father's land. This is what the commonwealth is talking about. A heathen did not have commonwealth in the nation of Israel. See, they was always not a part of the nation of Israel. They wasn't living without it. They were never supposed to have it anyway. See, when you living without something, that means you supposed to have it. No, they never supposed to have no land in the land of Israel. So they wasn't living without anything. See, it says, and strangers from the covenant of the promise. See, the heathens wasn't a part of the covenant. They wasn't promised anything. See, he didn't promise these heathens nothing. It says, having no hope. See, the regular the Gentiles have no hope. See, that light, that's the light that Yahweh Shah is bringing to the Gentiles. That they don't got no hope. If you're not an Israelite, you don't have no hope when it comes to the future of getting what the Israelites gonna have. You don't have no hope in that. It says, having no hope and without God in the world.